So it's day 2 of the 8 Islands road trip, and where are we, Julie?
Fuerteventura.
Fuerteventura, and on these absolutely amazing sand dunes. More of that in a minute. So some of you asked what car we're doing our 8 Islands road trip in, and this is our trusty Mark 8 Golf, which we absolutely love. And as you'll see in a minute, it's badged front and back as Lanzarote. And at the moment we're on day 2 and it's absolutely immaculate and very clean inside and out. I'm sure it won't be by the time we finish this trip. And here we are in the Parque Natural de las Dunas de Fuerteventura, I think it is, Julie, is it? De Corralejo. Okay, so these are the amazing sand dunes. You can see how white they are. They don't get hot in the sun. You can walk on them barefoot. Rather than panning, I'm going to try walking to get you a view. A couple of hotels over there in the distance. There's the town of Corralejo behind us. And of course this is the main road that runs into the island. So Fuerteventura is twice the size of Lanzarote and only half the population. So it's very sparsely populated. Like Lanzarote, it's a volcanic island, and like Lanzarote, it's officially a desert climate. These dunes you can see quite clearly from Lanzarote on a clear day, but I can see Lanzarote in the distance, so we'll show you when we get nearer the beach. So what's the plan for today then, Julie?
A bit more in the dunes.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go and find Popcorn Beach.
Popcorn Beach.
Popcorn Beach. And then we're heading to Caleta de Fuste, where we're going to check into the Barcelo Castillo in the royal level.
Hey.
And we're going to have a bit of a chill out this afternoon. We are going to walk to a natural swimming pool.
Oh, fantastic. All right, well, I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, we'll transport the video down to the beach and just show everyone what the beach looks like here. So look at how beautiful that is. This sand is absolutely stunning. Uh-oh, a coach has arrived. No doubt they'll be disgorging a lot of passengers in the next few minutes. And here's the beach. Beautiful long beach here. Lifeguard hut in the centre of frame at the moment. And then over to our left, the first island you can see is Los Lobos. Not officially one of the Canary Islands, it's a part of Fuerteventura. And then the distance behind it you can see Lanzarote quite clearly from here, and on a much clearer day, it's going to be hot today, but on a much clearer day when it isn't so hot you'll get a much clearer view of Lanzarote, and especially at night you can see all the lights of Puerto del Carmen and Puerto Calero and Playa Blanca. So that's our first stop, only a few kilometres in from Corralejo, and the most wonderful beach. Is quite a walk to it across the dunes, but it's well worth it. I don't know how close I can get to these chipmunks, whether they'll run away, but I'll keep walking and keep filming and we'll see how close we can get you to them. There we go, cute little things, aren't they? And they're obviously feeding on top of that lovely stone. We're in Fuerteventura. Oh, hello. Oh, coming to say hello.
Hello.
Just remind me where we are, Jules.
La Oliva.
We're in La Oliva, and this is the Casa de los Coroneles, House of the Colonels, and it's beautiful here, kind of in the middle of the island, very tranquil, hot day, And we've just seen a sign saying entry to the house is €3 or €1 for residents. So we're going to go in and take a look. This Colonel's house is absolutely gorgeous. There's a chapel there, and then just the detail of the wood and everything inside it is fantastic. That looks like a bath. There's somebody tuning a piano, which is slightly irritating downstairs, but check out the ceiling here. So this is the Comedor de la Casa, so it's the dining room of the house that we're in at the moment. And then here's the absolutely beautiful courtyard. 2 big Canarian palms in it. It's set up for some kind of concert this evening, hence the piano tuning. So that's La Casa de los Coroneles. So Julie's mountaineering at the moment in the hope of getting a good shot of some windmills from the top of there. We've just left the Casa de los Coroneles, and there's a rather poignant bit in there that I thought I'd share with you. I'll save Julie's blushes in case she slips down and pan the camera around for you. Yeah, I thought it was rather poignant. It was a news piece from 1909, which in the great scheme of things isn't that long ago. It's certainly in my grandfather's time. And in 1909 they had yet another drought. Those are the words used, yet another drought in Fuerteventura that lasted 3 or 4 years, and many families had left the island, and workers were in poverty. Building work couldn't go on because there was no water to keep them hydrated, and also for the building supplies and stuff like that. And I thought, yep, that isn't very long ago, and these days we take water here in the Canary Islands so much for granted because of the desalination plants, but it was the biggest issue in their lives for the first 500 plus years of the Canary Islands. So anyway, just thought I'd share that moment with you while Julie goes mountaineering. Well, I succumbed. I found a way to get up here myself, and there are 2 beautifully restored windmills. Fuerteventura, of course, is famous for its windmills, and these are 2 of the most perfect ones. I'm trying to do slow pans at the moment, so forgive me if we take a few minutes to get round.
This is Molino Villaverde Dos.
Ah, Molino Villaverde Dos, right. And very typical of the building work in Fuerteventura, those sort of lots and lots of exposed stones. We have that in some properties in Lanzarote, but we don't have as many, so we sort of had the odd one, whereas here they do it with a little bit of mortar in between, if you like. Quite exposed up here and windy for obvious reasons. This is where they chose to build the windmills. We've come round to the very famous Popcorn Beach, and this is on the northern tip of Fuerteventura. As you can see, this is a pretty rough coast. There's Lanzarote in the background, but suddenly here you have this bright white beach accessed by a 3 kilometre long track that we've driven down, but you can see it from at least a kilometre away because it's so white. And if you have a look at some of the sand that I've picked up, it really does look like popcorn. It's quite incredible. You don't see it when you're looking down on it like that, but when you sift some through your hand, you end up with this, and that's popcorn sand, and this is Popcorn Beach. And I'm just going to go around to Julie, who's shooting some photos of the popcorn.